Alright, this is the last application. And it's about the insurance benefits. So I'm not going to copy the problem. So make sure you have my note. It's saying insurance benefits. Bayside Insurance offers two plans. Under Plan A, Gisela would pay the first $50 of her medical bills and 20% of all bills after that. Under Plan B, Gisela would pay the first $250 of bills, but only 10% of the rest. For what amount of medical bills will Plan B save Gisela money? Assuming that her bills will exceed $250. So let me write out the summaries of the given. So I have it here. Let's start with, because we are interested in finding how much we can save, right? So how much the bill amount we can save. So let Y be medical bill amount. Okay. So this is the money, the bill amount. And under Plan A, it's saying that Gisela need to pay $50 for the first bill, for the first bill. And this is the cost for the first medical bill. And under Plan A, she only need to pay 20% of the remaining bill. Okay, so if she has 5 bills, this is the cost for the first bill. The last 4 are here. Okay, the bill for the last 4, the total amount that she need to pay for the last 4. But if she go under Plan A, she only need to pay 20% of the total last 4 bills. If the example is that there are 5 bills, but in general, this is the general case. So we know that the first bill is $50, right? So how do we plug these values here? We know we let Y be the medical bill amount. We're going to put Y subtract 50. So this is the billed Gisela medical bill amount, right? Subtract 50. So in a sense, Y is the total medical bill she need to pay. So do you see that if I subtract 50, this is the cost of the remaining medical bill except the first one. So under Plan B, she need to pay $250 for the first bill and 10%, so cheaper, 10% of the remaining bill, of the bill amount. So do you see that? Very similar to Plan A, we have Y subtract 50, which is the amount for the first bill, right? This case will have Y subtract $250, right? This is the remaining bills after the first bill, $250. And the question is, find Plan B bill amount less than Plan A bill amount. So okay, so the question is that we know that Plan A is this, Plan B this. With this inequality, we can solve for Y. Okay? So for Plan B, we have 250 plus 10% Y minus 250 Plan A, we have 50 plus 20%. We need this to rewrite this percentage to 0.10. You do that by take 10 divided by 100, you get this value, and remove the percentage symbol. Similarly, you take 20 divided by 100, you should get 0.20, and remove the percent symbol. All right, then we can simplify, but we have parentheses, right? We can distribute this coefficient 0.10 inside the parentheses using the distributive law. So 250 plus 0.10 times y is 0.10 y. Subtract this, don't forget to distribute to every value. This value times this value is 25. We check, yes, less than. Similarly, you distribute because parentheses, it has higher priority. So 0.20 times y is 0.20. Y subtracts 0.20 times 250 is, if you multiply that on the side, you should get 10. Okay. Simplify, we get 250 subtract 25, 225 plus 0.10 y less than 50 subtract 10 is 40 plus 0.20 y. Now we need to solve for y, right? So we need to simplify. We need to combine like term actually. Y and y together, constant and constant together. So I will subtract 10y on both sides. Let me use different color. Minus 0.10y on both sides. And at the same time, I'm going to subtract 40 on both sides. So that my goal is to move all variables on the right-hand side and all the constants on the left-hand side. And remember, using the addition principle, you subtract something on the left-hand side, you subtract the same amount on the right-hand side in order to maintain equivalent inequality. Okay? And then simplify, we'll get this and this term cancel. 225 subtract 40 is, what did I have here? 185 less than 40 subtract 40 is 0. Okay, so the constant term cancel out. 0.20y subtract 0.10y is 0.10y. We're almost there, so we need to solve for y, right? That means we need to divide by this constant on both sides using the multiplication principle. So now, remember, for inequalities, before you continue the step, make sure you verify if the constant you use to multiply to the inequalities is positive or negative. 0.10 is positive. That means we maintain the original inequalities. Okay? So 185 divided by 0.10 is 1850 less than 0.10 divided by 0.10 is y. So y is greater than 1850. So make sure you write the conclusion. What does it mean? Thus, Plan B save Her name is Geese. Money. For medical bill greater than $1,850. So if she used Plan B, it will save her $1,855. Okay. So with this, I'm done with covering section 1.4. There are 6 parts, and I will post the homework, which is, let me post the homework here. Section 1.4, number 1 to 9 at 10, 11 to 21 at 27, 29, 33, 35, 40, 33, 35, 41, 45, 51, 53, 57, 65, 67, 73, 77. Let me check 1 to 9 at 10, 11 to 21 at 27, 29, 33, 35, 41, 45, 51, 53, 57, and 65, 67, 73, 77. Okay, and I hope you have better understanding of using the addition principle and multiplication principle to solve for answer from inequality. And remember, we can write the solution of an inequality in 3 different ways. Actually, 3 different ways. The set notations or the interval notations. And I'll see you next time.